Hey guys, Short Stack Survival here, and today we're going to talk about eye dominance. Have you ever wondered what eye you're dominant in and how it affects your shooting? Stay tuned. What is eye dominance? Basically, it's just whatever eye our brain chooses to process the most amount of information. That's the basic concept there. So a lot of times it's not very apparent to you when you're using your eyes like you do every day. Why is it important to know your eye dominance? Well, when you're shooting, you have a rear and a front sight, and when you're trying to line them up, a lot of times your eye dominance will play into how well you can line those sights up. So unfortunately for me, I am cross-eye dominant, meaning my dominant hand is right but my dominant eye is left, and so when I present my pistol, my left eye will try to take over the sight picture, if you will, and so I have to kind of really force myself to use this eye, my right eye, when I'm shooting to line up the sights. So one thing that I like to do, just as a quick tip if you're also cross-eye dominant, is to kind of give a little wink, which I know seems kind of weird, but it works for me. So as I'm presenting my gun, if I just wink my left eye, which is the dominant one, my brain will automatically switch to my right eye, and then I can see my sight picture really well if I just momentarily take away what my left dominant eye is seeing. A lot of times you'll see competition shooters with their glasses, they'll actually have like a playing card covering up their dominant eye. You know, there's lots of different tips and techniques out there. Just don't get too overwhelmed. A lot of internet sites will say, oh, if you're cross-eye dominant, you're doomed, and you might as well just start learning how to shoot with your non-dominant hand. And I think that's a little extreme. We use our dominant hand in everyday tasks, and we're very, very good at manipulating things with our dominant hand. So I definitely think you should stick with your dominant hand and then just work on different techniques to have your eyes assist you in shooting with your dominant hand. Now, when you get more advanced in your firearm training, you want to at least have some practice shooting with your non-dominant hand. So you may wonder, how do you tell what eye you're dominant in? And it's a really easy test. So what you do is you just find a distant object, and I look at the object, make a triangle, and I'm going to center it. And then I'm going to slowly come back, and whatever eye that triangle comes back to is typically your dominant eye. The more distant the object, the better. The reason why we want to know this information is because if you're cross-eye dominant like me, it can give you some troubles while you're at the range when you're trying to line up your sights. If you're right hand dominant, right eye dominant, usually you won't have any issues processing the sight information. And also if you're left hand dominant, left eye dominant, you should have no problems at all. So if you're like me, and I think it's a kind of a small portion of people out there, you may have to figure out a way that you can line up the sights that works for you. So again, what I like to do is as I present my pistol, I just kind of give a wink that my brain will just boop, go over to what it can see, my right eye, and even when I open up my left eye, I've already focused with my right eye on my sights. And for me, it works. Everyone is different, obviously, so I would definitely give that a try. It's easy to do. You don't have to buy any fancy equipment or wear glasses and put a card there, and then your field of view is blocked if you are always having like a piece of tape on your glasses. Although you can use that as a training technique for a short time in hopes that you would train your brain to use your right eye over your left eye. So anyway, guys, I hope this really helped you understand eye dominance, how to test for eye dominance, and why it's important to know moving forward when you're out there shooting at the range. So if you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you don't want to miss out on any future videos. I'll see you guys later.